All right guys, today we start our crunch for the Summer Trucking National. Today's objective, well, what we're trying to do before Summer Trucking National is we have to remove the spindle and get this repowder coated. I have to remove the inserts from the traction bar and also get that repowder coated. That needs to be repowder coated. Also, we have to remove the lower control arm so that way these inserts can be repowder coated. Pretty much everything else that I didn't powder coat last time needs to be repowder coated. Hindsight being 2020, I should have technically done all of this for the Atlanta Truck Invasion crunch, but I didn't realize how bad the spindles had faded, and I think they faded even more while I was in Atlanta, that it does not match my new powder at all, and it actually looks really bad. So I'm over here with Devin. He's going to be helping us out today. Another thing is that this powder is from Prismatic Neon Yellow with flat clear on top, and then this original powder is from the powder coating store. The powder coating store Neon Yellow looks like that, but the Prismatic Neon Yellow actually looks like this, and once you put flat clear it turns out to be like that. Even though they're both neon yellow, they're two different colors, and we can't have that. We gotta try to match everything, especially if we're gonna be going to one of the biggest shows in US. We're gonna be representing Hostile at their booth. I want to make sure the truck at least looks presentable and not get made fun of while I'm out there. That is today's objective, and then when we have time I will be repainting the rear fender flares, but I'm not even too worried about that right now, but that is on the list. Worst case scenario, I'll drop it off at Rick's Paint and Body and just have them repaint that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Today, first things first, we got to remove the new Hostile wheels, and then what I'm going to try to do is when I mount these wheels back on when we're done, I'm going to make sure the front and the rear matches, because right now the Hostile is up and down right here, but over there it's crooked. So I feel like if it's going to be at the booth for, you know, aesthetic purposes, I think if they're even, they're gonna look a little bit better and be more pleasing to the eye for the people. So all right, let's get started. Is that a snap-on? Oh yeah, we don't even have to worry. All right, so we are removing these inserts so that way we can repowder coat it to match the rest of the suspension. One of the I would say biggest design flaw of this cross member is it's just a constructive criticism. We've run into it a couple of times, in which one time was we installed the cross member, installed the lower control arm, and then realized, hey, we can't put these inserts in unless you remove the lower control arm. Same thing with removing the inserts. I mean, unless we're just really dumb and can't figure it out, there is not a single spot where this can come out. The way we got it out was loosening up the lower control arm right here, which drops down a little bit, and then it gives you a little bit of space where the insert can slide out, which we'll show you exactly what we mean. So right now, that is stuck. Like, there's no way to get it out, and yeah, it's just stuck, can't come out. It looks like it will, but it doesn't, trust us. So the solution is do a little bit of ugga dugga. All right, so you saw the control arm drop a little bit, which gives us just enough room to where it slides out. I would say that can be pain in the butt. It's not that big of a deal, but I wish they could have made this a little bit bigger so that way you don't have to remove the bolt. It's really not that big of a deal, honestly. But in a perfect world, if this was like half an inch bigger, then this could slide in and out freely. That's just one constructive criticism as a user. But other than that, we got that. And I gotta do the inserts from the traction bar, and we are ready to drop this off at the powder coat place. All right, roughly about 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
We got the front end disassembled. We say front end, but like we got the spindle removed, and while everything's removed, just gonna check for play. There's no up and down movement, so we are good on the lower control arm. Side to side is fine. I don't feel any excessive play, but I will get Devin to come over here and check it. Devin, what you think?
About what?
My lower ball joint.
Pull it, T. It needs grease.
It just needs grease, that's it.
I think that's it. Boot looks fine.
Okay.
Looks like there ain't excessive play.
No excessive play. Same with my upper control arm.
Oh, yeah,
That one's good.
that was nice and firm.
Nice and firm, that's how we like it. This one's a little bit looser, but other than that, I mean, there's no play, just a little looser than the other side. A little looser, a little more loose. Anyway, we are about to drop it off to the powder coat place. Oh, I don't need to worry about that right now.
What, the front ones?
Yeah, because the front ones I can always remove in 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't need to tie up any of the lift or anything here. Donnie.
6 hours later.
We're gonna leave ourselves some room over here, not much because we need to save some from that side.
Where'd you buy the suede?
Vito upholstery.
Oh,
Amazon Prime.
Amazon
Vito
Prime.
official upholstery.
You pull it more weight your way, son?
Huh?
You want to pull it more weight your way, or you got enough? That's gonna look good.
That's legit. That is legit. His headliner used to be gray, and then had the 500 piece
This
starlight. Wasn't enough, so he changed it over to suede, and then you're doing 1600 starlights.
2 800 kits.
Dude, that's a lot of poking.
Yeah.
So you gotta start fresh. That's gonna look good when you're done. It's gonna look bougie. Well, this is your second
Do
time.
it again.
The
That's
only
right.
part that I don't like is what's happening here.
Yeah,
You see how we're getting that
wrinkle.
wrinkle? It's because this thing goes so deep. So if we can get rid of that wrinkle just like this, we're gonna have to stitch it.
Stitch it.
Yeah, now we're gonna complicate things, but
Would you start from the inside and work your way out? Is that how you do it?
yes, you would start like
In the deepest
Inside
part
here.
and then go out?
and then try to go out.
Dang, that's gonna look good when you're done. Dude, suede like this and starlights.
So you can kind of like hold that in the center there.
I got a few little parts left that needs to be repowder coated. So these are the cross member inserts that needs to bake for probably done now, but I'm gonna let it bake 2 more minutes. Inserts, and then the other one is the insert for my traction bar. Those I could do at the house here, so getting it done today. We dropped off the spindle and the dust shield and a few other stuff at the powder coat place earlier today. So it should be done tomorrow or the day after that, and then we'll pick it up and go ahead and assemble it. And then I should be pretty much like 90% done for Summer Trucking National. I'm probably gonna spend the next couple of weeks detailing the truck, getting some of the swirls out, and maybe applying. If I have any graphene coating left, I might reapply on some of the spots. I think I'm gonna reapply the graphene coating on my hood, because graphene coating, that's different than a ceramic coating, is that it reduces the water spots, and my hood is notorious for getting water spots. So that's where we're gonna put graphene coating after I kind of polish out all the water spots. So once I put the spindle back on, alignment, and my truck is pretty much done. But for the next 2 weeks, we are going to be working on the dually build, so stay tuned for that. And in case you're not sure what we're doing with the dually build, is we have a 2016 LML Duramax dually 3500, and it's getting a 6-inch rough country lift. It's gonna get it wrapped. We're putting airbags, and then we're gonna be showcasing Hostle's new dually wheels, in which that is a tow pig towing us to Texas, but it's also going to be a show vehicle in Texas. It's pretty cool, but we gotta get it done. We haven't done anything to it yet, and we have 2.5 weeks left, so it's extreme crunch time for the dually build. Dr. Oviedo making the incisions.
Like a surgeon. Okay. So now.
Slide it back some so we.
Towards the table. This is the critical part right here. Bring it over here because this is kind of like a wall. And if we need to cut a little bit more, cut a little bit more. So this piece. So,
You got a little bit in cut right here on this edge. It's right there. Like a finger?
yep.
Yeah.
Alright, before you glue that over there, let's jump on this side.
You want to finish this little section?
No, let's do this. I don't know, for some reason, let's just do this thing right here,
Okay.
and then we'll finish that.
You got a
We did
lot
before.
of room.
Careful, you're stretching too much. You see this?
Yeah,
Crease
so
right
the
here.
edge.
You're about to have a crease right here, so. Not bad for wrapping it in suede the first time.
It's a little bit off, but I think the thing will cover it.
If anything, just cut some of it and then just.
Put a little bit, patch it up.
Yeah. But this was a really deep pocket. And
Yes.
managed to get it in there, so pretty good. I think this and that were probably the hardest part of the
The
suede.
back is a little bit hard part.
I think we should.
We should be if we made these pockets, we'll make those back there.
Oh yeah.
But I think we might have 2 more handle pockets in the center there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Here?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Another 2 right here. Another one. DJ Khaled. Dr. Oviedo making another incision. And Nurse Daly over here prepping
since-
the table.
You want to make the keys? We're gonna make a purse with this.
Oh, what? You're making a purse with that
For
for
you.
what? For me?
Yeah.
Why?
Good. And
Doesn't cut this excess off that we've already laid down. Leave a little bit to wrap it under.
It's actually the next day, and long story short, we are transporting this headliner to, can't see it, but there's a headliner in here. We got to take this to Elite Innovations to poke 1,100 holes, and Alex is driving a tuned L5P for the first time.
This man got enough quarters and change in here.
All right. Here comes the fun part, poking 1,000 holes. actually 1,600 holes. So we'll catch you guys in a little bit.
One eternity later.
Picked up all the components, the knuckle, the insert that I did at Donnie's house, obviously the spindle, the dust cover, and we are ready to start assembling this truck back together. Probably should take us about hour and a half maybe, because I mean it took us about 2 hours to disassemble everything, and that's harder than assembling usually. And I did notice something about my rotors, which means now I have to upgrade. It's a little chipped right here, and I guess I had like some sort of rock or pebble or dust that got stuck in between my brake pads and chipped some of these components. So I will be upgrading my brakes. I mean, I guess I could just let it ride for a while, and whenever it's time I can just go ahead and upgrade the rotors and the brake pads. The squealing does definitely irritate me. So we are about to assemble the truck back together, and honestly for the most part this truck should be ready for the show. Only thing I got to do is do an alignment, and then we got to really focus on the dually build, in which we are going to be working on tonight, but it's going to be for another video for you guys, so stay tuned for that. What's that one saying? You're one bolt snapping away from a job turning into a project or something?
Yeah, like a 20-minute job turning into a 2-day project.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's happened here. There you go, safety first.
I thought it moved.
It moved?
No.
You have a pipe or anything that could slide over that wrench? All right, well here is the L5P back on its own tires, but we're not done. We're about to get started on the dually build here. As you guys just saw, we were trying to drill out that little piece on the hub, and in the process we kind of butchered that hub. So I have to order another one. Well, it'd be easier just buying another one from the dealership, and I'm pretty sure that hub we cross-threaded it once when we were installing this lift kit. What is that?
It's like that set screw I was talking about.
Oh wait. Nice.
It looks like that set screw I was talking about.
So it was never really like screwed in there.
It looked like your rotor got smashed on top of it in the wrong position. So like y'all put it back in.
Yeah.
Or it also looks like
Something broke off in it.
broken and never got tight.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad I took it apart, because I think there were a couple of things that needed to be changed anyway. I got to order a new hub, because what had happened was, you know, I'm gonna order a new hub, come back here and swap out the hub, because right now there's only 3 bolts holding on to the hub and keeping my wheel on the truck, and obviously that is not the way you want to go, especially when you're running a lift this size and the wheel and tire combo that I'm running. We're gonna order a new hub, and then we'll be done with this truck. We still got like 2.5 weeks left, so I'm kind of glad, you know, we're not waiting till the last minute, and I'm glad we did this today, so that way it gives us about 2 weeks to get this finished. You know, had this been the last minute, had we been working on this the night before we had to leave, we would have been really screwed. I mean, we could have made it work. We could have taken it to Texas like this, but we wouldn't really been able to drive it around. So I'm really glad we're doing this now. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because there's gonna be a lot of content coming. We gotta fix this truck once again, but the knuckles look pretty good. And then we're about to get started on the dually build, so hit the subscribe button, stay tuned, because this dually is about to go through a huge transformation.